So yesterday we discussed this whole big Travis Scott backdoor conspiracy, and today we're back with more allegations, but this time it's concerning Adidas and the remaining Yeezy inventory. And let me just say, if this one turns out to be true, ladies and gentlemen, we're in store for a wild one. So stay tuned, but first let's begin with a few quick updates. So Jordan Brand, they dropped the Shadow Jordan 1 lows this past weekend, which is a take on the classic OG Jordan 1s, but of course in low top form. So it looks like these joints are sitting just about everywhere, including the sneakers app. But if you recall back in 2018, if you were around back then, the last time Jordan Brand released the Shadow 1 highs, that release was very similar. We saw those going for under retail, but only to eventually skyrocket in resale value. But given the current state of sneakers here in 2024, I don't believe these lows will share a similar outcome. But if you're in the market for a low-key, good low-top sneaker, this is a great pickup, especially for the summertime. And then coming up this weekend, we got Jordan Brand dropping the Space Jam 11 lows. So this is a great release, tapping into the nostalgia for everybody that grew up back in the 80s and 90s. I have very vivid memories of watching Space Jam in theaters, and then eventually in 09, being able to grab my first pair of Space Jams. At that time, I thought they were the greatest Jordans ever dropped. So this is a good release for all of us old heads out there. But as far as the kids, I feel like they could care less about the 11 lows and care less about the film Space Jam, especially due to the fact that LeBron kind of ruined the whole legacy for that film or whatever. So because of that, I see these joints as possibly going for under retail, maybe hitting on sale and coming to a Nike outlet near you very soon. And speaking of Travis Scott Jordans, it looks like unfortunately the upcoming Canary Elkin's high Jordan 1 lows have now been pushed back. So it was originally thought that these would be dropping coming up this Friday the 17th, but the good news is it looks like you guys will only have to wait one additional week, as these now will be dropping coming up on the 25th, which would make this sneaker now be releasing coming up on a Saturday. So this is not much to be too concerned about, other than the fact that I feel like it just gives Travis's team a little bit more time to backdoor these. Sorry y'all, bad joke. And then it looks like we have official images here of the Jordan 4 oxidized greens, which have been discovered on the back end of Nike servers. Now, as far as this pair right here, I would say the Jordan 4 is definitely having a moment. Some would even say that it's on its way out as being the most trendy Jordan retro model. But as far as these oxidized greens, I think a lot of people are checking for these due to their clean color palette. They also give people a lot of vibes of those metallic Jordan 4s that were dropping back in the day. And with the official images loaded onto the back end of Nike servers, many people are speculating that we could potentially see a shock drop of these joints, which aren't scheduled to drop until June. So stay tuned for more details on that. And switching gears over to Adidas, it looks like they're going to be releasing another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles collaboration, which it looks like has been discovered online. So if you guys recall, earlier this year they did drop a TMNT themed Superstar featuring a green colorway. It also featured packaging to reflect the packaging that action figures used to come in back in the day. So pretty cool release, I guess you could say. They did sell out, so I guess Adidas, check that off as a success, and it looks like they're going to be following up that release with a new Shredder themed TMNT Superstar, of course, but this one's coming in with a black color scheme. So no release date details just yet, but it looks like they will be dropping sometime this year. And if you guys haven't noticed, I've been trying to keep a lot of my negative opinions to myself when commenting on a lot of these upcoming releases, but unfortunately I can't hold back on these, and I feel like these joints right here are just absolutely trash. And I look at it more as like Adidas trying to cash in on the success of that first release. I feel like they just took a black Superstar, added a couple of details to it, slapped that on there, and are calling these a collaboration. So let me know what you guys think about these joints down below. And with those quick updates out of the way, let's go ahead and get into today's big story. So the Adidas YEEZY Saga, topic which we'll just say I've covered extensively here on this channel. The most recent update that we got from Adidas, which they provided during their most recent quarterly financial meeting to shareholders, that they plan to unload roughly 350 million euros worth of Adidas Yeezy releases alone here in 2024. So while people are still waiting to see which pairs they're planning to release and when they plan to drop them, it looks like we have a very interesting update which has been posted online via Ye Defense Team, one of these Ye fan pages online. So they posted a listing with a caption reading, Adidas is trying to privately liquidate over 530,000 pairs of 350s for 50 million and not a cent will go to Ye. So these are some absolutely wild allegations. As far as the listing, it does come from the Ghost app, which is a wholesale platform. So the caption reads, Yeezy 350 V2 footwear, total asking $50,268,523.20 for a 59% off MSRP. So 59% off of the retail asking price. So you have a total of 532,280 units, which will be selling at an average price of around $94.44. So if you guys were wondering what happened to all of those unsold Yeezys that just sat via the Confirmed app, remember Ye did ask fans to boycott those most recent Adidas Yeezy releases, which we saw back in March due to their current legal dispute. So all them joints were sitting on the app. I was speculating that maybe Adidas was backdooring them joints through the GOAT app, but apparently they are sitting on a lot of unsold inventory and allegedly are trying to offer these at wholesale costs to a high buyer. So if these allegations happen to be true, this just, uncovers more of the shady business practices going on behind the scenes with Adidas. Last year I uncovered how they were secretly selling off many styles through China, and it looks like these allegations are absolutely crazy. So if any of you guys are watching and you're a fan of the Yeezy 350s and you got a low-key little 50 million laying around, you can go ahead and cop these joints right here. So let me know what y'all think about these. If this turns out to be true, I think these are absolutely crazy allegations against Adidas. So we'll wait and see how this whole Adidas Yeezy saga continues, but just wanted to hit you guys with this latest update because I found this to be absolutely insane. So before we bounce, I did want to mention today's poll of the day. With all of this Travis Scott controversy going around lately, the insane resale prices of the Jumpman Jacks, I simply asked you guys, are y'all feeling these? Do you like the Travis Scott Jumpman Jacks? In which out of a 1.8 thousand votes, it looks like a majority of you guys at 53% are feeling these. And I think this was an important question to ask because, before a lot of people were hating on these, but then once we got a little closer to the release, it seems like people's opinions started to change. And now with these insane resale prices, I want to know if people are actually feeling these joints or were just locked in because of the hype and the high resale value. So salute to everybody for participating in the poll of the day, which you can always find on the community tab here for this channel. So I appreciate y'all guys. We're gonna wrap things up right here. I'm JA. Make sure y'all stay safe, stay blessed, and I'll catch y'all tomorrow. I'm out. Love.
So I won't tell you that. So I won't tell you that.